Well, after a week of cup competition, it's back to the rigours of the DStv Premiership. Welcome everyone, a Friday afternoon, a sunny one indeed here in the Winelands. Stellenbosch at home to Golden Arrows. We pick up the second half of the league season, and now we get into the business end of the championship chase. Golden Arrows, of course, one of the surprise packages of this campaign. Just one defeat in 14 previous matches. They are reaching the halfway point of their campaign here today. Here's Mendieta now. The cross inside, headed away from Sibisi. Claims for a handball off the bench. But no one on the pitch looks particularly interested, and certainly the most important man, Mr. Chavani. It's those sort of explanations that we are looking for from you. Chance! Oh, a mistake at the back by Tetwa, and Mordi needed no second invitation. We've mentioned what a very good season this 27-year-old is having, but on that occasion showed the calmness of a seasoned top-flight player. The mistake by Tetwa, and Mordi gives Sage Stevens absolutely no chance. Yes, Dingba now. This is surely a very good chance for Stellenbosch. Looks up, he's going to go for a goal himself, and there was almost an own goal off Sibisi. Mlungwana not catching it and playing it straight onto his skipper. Massive let-off. How far back Mutizwa is looking for the ball. Finds Mordi, the overlapping run from Lunga. Lunga cuts inside, some lovely skill past him. Tetwa, chance for another one. Oh, it's cleared off the line by Johannes. Stevens makes the save, and it is going to be a corner, but I think that was looking far too easy for Knox Mutizwa. He almost looked to pass that in the back of the net. Maybe a bit more power on that shot, and Johannes wouldn't have had a chance. But what great cover from Robin Johannes.
Yeah, some brilliant play from Lunga there. And you see what Mutizwa wanted to do, a disguised finish there.
Back in from Parusna. Stevens puts it just wide of the post. No offside flag there.
Stevens asking questions of his defense. It's a corner to the near post.
As that ball comes in, there's a player on the far side, yes.
Yeah.
Mutizwa coming close to 50 goals now in his time at Arrows. Shot from Parusna, and he's wide of the target, but there is a little deflection along the way, so a somewhat fortuitous corner.
You just feel that sometimes there's just too many defenders there with the three at the back, not knowing who's going to make the tackle, who's going to watch, and causing a lot of confusion. Golden Arrows not the best of shots from Parusna.
Now Mutizwa. Charlie, still in Charlie, gets a chance to get the angle in, and Stevens makes the save.
Just offside, but the flag stayed down. And great composure from Charlie and Sage Stevens with an awkward save. Skellum down the right.
Here comes Knox Mutizwa. This should be number 2, and it is from Gumede. Slides it into the back of the net. No flag, and the quick counter from Arrows means a second goal, and surely now well on their way to 3 points. Big question from Stellenbosch will be what happened to the defense, and perhaps that pass from Mutizwa might have found Gumede in an offside position. Well, that's a rare error from Sibisi at the back there. Misses out on the header. This is Mendieta now. Needs to fire. Gets a good strike in. That's the kind of goal that they paid the money to Argentina for, from Junior Mendieta. We've been waiting for him to make an impression on the DStv Premiership, and I'll tell you what, that sort of finishing is going to make many people sit up and take notice. Junior Mendieta with a power strike.
Well, they say form is temporary, class is permanent. And you can see what a cracker it was from Mendieta.
Yeah, Sabia, he's got lots of skills. Tonko, wide of goal. Stevens was tempted, I think, there for a split second to get the touch on, and then saw it was well off target.
Yeah, great passage of play from Golden Arrows, and good 1-2.
There is a quick repass from Arrows as we're showing you that slow-mo. It's finished in the back of the net. And we have Gumede's second of the afternoon, Arrows third, and now that 2-goal lead restored. Came almost out of nowhere, Stanton.
And just as Stellenbosch was starting to creep into this game, lapse of concentration, and Gumede pounces, makes no mistake.
We now all look at the referee, who has played 3 minutes of stoppage time and brings us exactly to a halt, and takes Stellenbosch out of their misery and hands confirmation to Arrows of another 3 points. They are now on 28, up into third spot in the DStv Premiership. Stellenbosch 1, Arrows 3.
I was just worried at some point, not the best of starts, but it was fortunate that we scored first. And when we went into halftime, I was always cautious that maybe it can happen again. Fortunately, we scored the second goal. I'm just happy for Mike. He has gone through a lot in his life, personal stuff. For him to come back and score 2 goals, I'm really happy for him. Happy for these players. Finally, we scored. We've created lots of chances in other matches, and the difference becomes whether we score or we don't score. But today, I think we took the chances. Not the best. I don't think we dominated the game that much. But one thing different is that we scored. I'm just happy for this group of players. They're giving their all, they respect the pitch. I just hope they continue doing what they are doing. It works for the club. That was my halftime talk. I was not very happy and very pleased that create the chances, but be ruthless. If there's an opportunity, take it. It became too easy at some point first half, and that was my worry, that then it's a draw or you lose the match, but you had the chances to score. I'm just happy that today we took the chances. At least you stay with the pack on top, and we're still within our objectives, getting 3 points out of a group of 5. I'm happy that we got 3 points here today. I was always worried when we started the season. One of our concerns was we're not scoring as much as we can, but at the same time we were conceding lots of goals. And I took from Pizzo's statement a short winter blanket. Sometimes when you're trying to score on top, then it leaks at the back. So we're trying to get the balance between the two. I think it's working for now. Take the chances that come your way. Arrows will be a better team. Tough one. I pointed out to our team, the toughest matches and the tough group will be this group that we are in. Stellenbosch, Black Leopards, TTM, Black Leopards for the second time. Those are the toughest matches. I'll rather play the so-called big teams because motivation is just there. But for these ones, where you take things for granted, that's the one mental game that I'm always worried about. But I'm hopeful that our players are aware now that there's no easy match in the PSL. Thank you so much.
Yes, Carol, I think the first half was poor performance on our behalf. We played against a team that are really sort of having a good season, so when you give them a goal, they just get the confidence and they keep going, and then because you're 1-0 down, you're now trying to chase the game, and then you're playing against probably the best transitional team in the league, a team that probably presses the best in the league. So once you start having to chase the game, it makes it more difficult for yourself. So 2-1, we were then in control of the game. Once we got that goal, I thought that there's only one team that will get the next goal, and that would have been us. But again, unfortunately, an error leads to the third goal, and then you're chasing the game again. They get back the confidence, the momentum, and then then there's not much you can do. So once again, just really letting ourselves down at crucial moments. First half poor, second half, first 20-25 I thought we were a bit better, but disappointing all round. I just felt obviously with the performance at first 30 minutes we just didn't really look, we looked sort of out of shape, no real proper structure that we normally have in that shape. So, and the scoreline being what it was, one has to try and be at home, you've got to try and be positive and try and make positive changes, which we did. I thought that did help us, and as I said, we came out and we looked as if we could get ourselves back in the game, but unfortunately, as I said just now, the third goal is the one that killed it. Yes, we have a bit of time. Obviously, again, another crucial game for us. it's just this whole season we just seem to not put two really good halves together. It's either we start well and then we fade away a bit, and then other games we don't start that well and then get stronger as a game. So yeah, it's something that we need to go and think about, and go back to the drawing board and figure out, because we've shown when we do play well and when we're on top of our game that we can compete and play with anybody in this league and win football matches. We're not feeling that right now. Obviously haven't won in a while, so we just got to get back, be humble, get back to hard work, fix certain things that we haven't done well, and put in a 90-minute performance as opposed to 45 or 30 here and 30 there. We just need to do it. We showed against Sundowns we were more than capable, against Chiefs. But yeah, it's sometimes these games that we're just not doing ourselves justice. Thank you.